Hello and welcome to a brand new game. This is The Police 2. This is a game that I was looking forward to when I first noticed that it had been announced, or first seen that it was announced. The first This is The Police was a bit of a guilty pleasure, I suppose. It was a game that I enjoyed playing. You played as a cop, you could play as a good cop or a bad cop, and you done dirty things and good things, and yeah, you walked the streets and done your policing. From booking people to well, mostly booking people, but occasionally helping the criminals, occasionally fighting against them, and occasionally getting yourself into trouble with the criminals, like really in trouble. This is The Police 2 is a little bit different. There's a lot of cutscenes in this, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to have a lot of episodes of this. I'd like your opinion on that. Let me know down below if you want to see a full playthrough of This is The Police 2. We are definitely going to have a look at it, though. I have played just a little bit of it. I'm having a few options. Well, yeah, a few difficulties with the options. Namely, the audio does not want to not be up full ball, even when I choose for it not to be up full ball. So yeah, I've had to play around with the audio after the recording. So it could be a little bit. Hopefully, it's okay. Anyway, we're going to start a new game. I have played a little bit of it. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get straight into it. And first of all, a warning. There is some bad language, and there is the occasional... well, the art style is thankfully not very detailed, but you get the idea. You're seeing some stuff that's not nice. And you see a lot of it in about 2 seconds once we finish reading this. At approximately 1 in the morning, the Sharpwood Police Department received an anonymous call. The source said he knew where we could find the headquarters of the Neckties, a gang of drug traffickers that recently arrived in the town. Anonymous information is rarely reliable, but for Sheriff Wells, shutting down the Neckties was the department's primary goal, so he immediately went to the address indicated, along with 2 other officers for backup. Okay, so the sound... The music playing in the background, it's very loud for me. I'm going to get distracted, I know it. Turn 1. Yeah, we get to play a kind of a bit of a XCOM style, which is new to me, for this title at any rate. XCOM's not. Alright, we're going to get behind cover, I suppose. And we get to see that somebody has done some nasty stuff to a deer. Oh, and some people, and more people. Right, we're gonna run. Take cover. Taking cover, even if you get seen, it's more difficult to hit a person hiding behind full cover than someone behind partial cover. I can't... this is a tutorial, basically. Yep, get into cover. Even when you're seen, you take less damage, but until you get seen, they're not gonna really threaten us, I suppose. So we have at least 3. We have a poor unfortunate traveller on the top of that van, and a bear that's not doing so well. I don't know if I want to get closer. Did you see what they've been doing to the locals? Pretty sure I'm a local. Alright, let's get out there. We're out of cover, and he's seen us. Thankfully, it's still our turn. Stun the criminal. Click, and batten him. Right. Stunned, you've got this nice little timery thingy around him that indicates how long he's stunned for, how many turns. Arrest the criminal. You're arrested. That's done. He's no longer a problem. You're running all the way over there. Okay, we can do that. So we're still not seen because he didn't get a chance to set off an alarm, I suppose. Notify his colleagues. That poor bear. How is it hanging up still? It has no head. Alright, anyway, you go over there. And you're gonna be seen if you don't shoot him. Alright, so basically what we're seeing is all the different things that we can use or do. Different characters have different... Well, don't forget to aim before you pull the trigger. Some parts of the body are harder to hit than others. That's if we were to shoot. We're not going to shoot, though. We're going to use the taser. I suppose we're shooting. Anyway, yeah, different characters have different abilities. He's pretty good at tasering. Apparently this fella down here is pretty good at hitting people over the head with a baton. Alright, get up there and arrest him. He's got a long arm. Okay, we're not going to arrest him just yet. What are we going to do with you? Stun him. Another way to take down a criminal is to use a pepper spray. Equipment like stun grenades, tasers. Hey, I was reading that. Cartridges, taser cartridges, shockers, and pepper spray disappear after use. Okay. You could taser him. I can't actually. Tutorial and all. Yeah, how is that poor bear staying held up? It wouldn't slip. I wonder why I'm worrying about the bear when there's all this other not so nice stuff going on. Alright, so yeah, you got to see then that this particular one, after being tasered, he was going to be down for 4 turns. He's got 3 left. Let's arrest him. You're arrested. Oh, that's a female officer. Radio. Nothing wrong with that. The female officer is the one that used the baton. Again, nothing wrong with that. It's just usually the other way around, right? Anyway. That's the sheriff, I think. We just moved the sheriff closer. You're going to move closer and you're going to arrest your own target. Okay, and the OC, or the pepper spray, that stuns them for 3 turns by the look of it. Let's handcuff them. So the baton's the least of the lot with 2 turns. Tasers for... I'll have to remember that at some point, I'm sure. That bear. Oh, great. Yeah, we've got... Huh. We got a few people in the area that aren't doing so well. Namely, you know, the fire pit guy. Alright, get over here. That is a window, so you more or less will be seen. Alright, now another thing you get to do is click on your actual guys. Yep, that's Sheriff Wells. And you got things like perks down the bottom here. Different perks. Some of them will be able to pick locks and smash windows, do things like that. He's got a battering ram ability. Loudly breaks down the door or window. Boom. Now, ordinarily, I'd pull the taser out, right? Not this time. We're going to try shooting the gun out of his hand, because that's a good idea. You're going to hit. Anyone ever fired a gun here? That's not going to happen. That wouldn't happen, ever. Apparently it did this time. Alright, so he's just made a phone call, apparently. And he's off. And he's bleeding. The music going on in the background that shouldn't be going on in the background is... weird. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, you're going to burglar. Silently open a closed door or window. Fantastic. Why didn't we do that earlier? Get in there. Alright, so we got a window open, we got a door open, and this particular fella decides he's going to smash a window. Because that's obviously the better option, yeah? To smash the window instead of walking through the door. I can't actually, if you're wondering, I can't do anything except for what they tell me to do, so... yeah, it's a complete tutorial. It's on rails, unfortunately, because I know what's coming. We're going to do something that is not very tactical. We're going to storm into a room that has one window to get out, with a very bad guy in it that's killed lots of people, and everything's going to go well for us. Everything didn't go well for us. Or for Wells. Alright, now we get a whole bunch of talking. Oh, no, we don't. We get a button to push. There we go, continue.
Hey, I wasn't so lucky. I mean, it wasn't just a regular funeral, was it? No, Sharpwood showed up. Can you imagine? I had a teacher, Mrs. Dawson. I haven't seen her since the 3rd grade. Figured she'd moved or died. I mean, it's not easy to lose track of someone in this town, right? Today, I'm looking at her in the crowd, all alive and healthy. Imagine, right? And the crowd was huge. It wasn't even a crowd, more like a whole river of people. I mean, you look at all of them, and you can't even see the end. All the roads were blocked. Just thinking. It's weird. There's this dead guy who's making it so an alive guy can't get his groceries on time, right? I mean, I just wanted to say, I really respect Sheriff Wells. He died a hero, right? Ask anyone. Everybody says he's a hero. But I'm just saying, I got a job to do. I don't want to lose it. Nobody wants to lose a job because it's not easy to find a new job in Sharpwood, right? So,
The money's right there in front of your nose. Don't bother with the change.
Mr. Nash, thank you. I just wanted to say that you don't need to call Mr. Summers. I mean, he'll be yelling at me either way. I deserve it, right? I'm just... Oh, by the way, those cigars you asked about? Caesars, right? Mr. Summers said we normally don't have them in stock, but we can order them. Maybe it'll take a couple of weeks or so, but what's a couple of weeks when it's a quality product, right? I remember one day I was looking...
Forget it.
Yep, I agree.
I don't know how
Forget it.
stayed.
Oh, I hope. I mean, I hope that you won't be leaving too soon. You're like our best customer. Oh, or at least one of our best customers, am I right? I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of folks are leaving. Even Pale Charlie left, and he's even older than you. He's 90 or something. Maybe even 100.
His career is a bit annoying, isn't he?
I'm sure you'll find yourself a decent job, right? I mean, have a good day, Mr. Nash.
Mr. Nash is one of the main characters. That's, I suppose, the reason we're seeing all this. Mr. Nash might have also been a good sort of gone bad guy in previous police type games.
So we're getting rid of this thing tomorrow?
What? We do what?
That drawing thing in the hall. We're taking it down tomorrow? I already called Uncle Dimitri. He'll cart it off for us. Hey, might even get a couple of bucks.
Whoa. First, it's not a drawing. It's a tapestry, okay? A beautiful work of art. You didn't notice, did you? Second, it's hanging there for a reason. And third, and most important,
Oh, you mean that drawing in the hall? Great. I'll get a hanger tomorrow so we can put the TV up there. Maybe a VCR, too. What do you think?
Jesse, we are not taking down the tapestry.
TV? That's not a bad idea. Sure, but I was thinking, well, you know, I thought we could put a snack machine here. You know, I'm tired of having to drive 20 minutes over to Bad Ears gas station for smoked cheese in the middle of work. Like I've got nothing better to do, right? As if
You see how much space that giant thing takes up? We can put a TV up, an arcade game, probably even a pinball machine. Speaking of which, my son moved in with his wife and dairy, so we've got an extra VCR.
This is all just to
He took all his videotapes with him, so we can't...
Oh, no. Tapes?
show you the time period,
Lots of tapes.
I guess.
Plus, if we tell the guys that everyone's
What were they, VHS?
then we...
Look,
Also, that
Hey,
the guys at this station are all
sorts. Bloody shirt 2,
simple.
Bloody shirt 3, bloody shirt 4, hard-boiled women, demons on Fifth Avenue.
And you've got that movie where this pilot is flying around the Earth, but he's running out of fuel over the ocean, so he makes a deal with Satan, and Satan sends him to fight an army of skeletons, and the skeleton general, you can't fuck with him.
Yeah, that's The Wind Blows Into Hell. One of my favorites. Goes without saying, that's every man's favorite movie. Am I
Typical
right?
80s movie by the sound of it.
When I saw him at the end, when the girl throws the sword into the fire, my heart jumped out of my chest. Betty almost needed to call the ambulance. I swear to God.
You need to take better care of yourself, old man.
I've also got this movie. It's actually a cartoon, but it's for adults, you know. This guy gets the ability to undress people with his mind. So he goes into work, and he works in a bank. And his boss is a real bitch. But the bitch has some great boobs. And she calls him over to her.
tomorrow. We'll just discuss it tomorrow.
And she says there's some problem with this quarterly report. Some kind of paper got filed.
Jesse's the new boss.
Gail, sit down and get ready to type. We agreed.
Lily,
Oh no, Lily.
we'll finish
Jesse's a bit of a
letter of yours tomorrow,
doofus.
and if we're lucky, we'll even...
Gail, take off your stupid hat and get back to your desk. I'm the sheriff and you'll do what I say. I'm the sheriff.
Lily, you do know you don't have to be such a bitch, right?
The acting is great in
Battery's
this
gas
too,
station
I've got to
closes in
say.
half an hour. So if we don't finish this stupid letter in the next 10 minutes, I'll be out of smokes until the morning.
And smoked
If
cheese.
that happens, I'll be coming into work in a bad mood tomorrow. And if I come into work in a bad mood,
Just shut up and type.
Okay. I'm ready. And for God's sake, let's stop taking half an hour on every sentence, okay?
First, read what you've got so far.
Of course, we won't be able to pay you serious money. It's like we won't be able to pay you anything at all. But I hope that you feel the same as me, that the safety of our native town of Sharpwood is a question of duty and honor, and not of material gain.
No, not just the last sentence. Read everything from the beginning.
Lily, come on, we're
Read it from the top.
Dear Captain Carter, I imagine you've already heard the sad news that has prompted me to write you. I'll be frank. This letter you're holding is a plea for help. The police department of Sharpwood
All right.
was deprived.
That's enough. I can't take it anymore. We'll just pick up where we left off. Do you think Captain Carter will even read this?
Lily, let's just finish it. And then...
They got him. The guy from the flower shop, remember? He's one of the neckties. We're sure this time.
Where are they taking him? Are they bringing him here?
They already did. He's here.
Did he have the goods on him? Has he said anything? What does he know?
You want to find out, or you're just gonna sit there?
Anybody else lost? I've played this a little bit and I'm still a little bit lost at what's going on. Bit of rough justice.
What happened to him?
Well, as far as I understand, he had a hard time getting into the car.
It's always a
Right.
problem.
Didn't like getting out of the car either. And he really didn't like the stairs. And when we handcuffed him, wow, that was no fun at all. And then when he sat down on a chair, he accidentally...
Cut the shit, Charlie.
What? The sheriff asked a direct question, and I'm trying...
Get out! All of you!
Lily, I think it'd be best if you just...
What's the problem, Gail? Isn't it best if the sheriff interrogates important suspects? Isn't it great when the commander takes a personal interest in the work? Don't you think?
Okay, guys, you hear that? Let's get out of here.
I suppose this is all backstory, just to let you know that they're not the most professional police force. She's the new sheriff and somewhat reluctant to be by the look of it. And he's not a very nice person. Covered in blood. Yay, we get to do something now. Wally Melton. I know it was somebody in your gang that murdered Sheriff Wells. Just tell me who pulled the trigger and maybe I'll let you go. You and your friends lured Sharpwood's sheriff into an ambush and killed him like a bunch of cowards. Yeah, that right. You and your necktie gang? Can you even imagine how hard we're coming down on you? You're from around here, right? I'm sure you heard Sheriff Wells got killed, so what do you know about it? I'm guessing that's the proper answer. The question. So I'm not going to do that. What are you talking about? You're going to bring down the full force of the village police? Oh no, please, anything but that. Get your facts straight. Okay. He's not very forthcoming. I'm not leaving here until you tell me where your hideout is. As I understand it, you never keep drugs at your base. Why is that? Okay, let's talk about something else. The drugs. Where do you keep them? Let's see why you don't keep them with you. It's kind of obvious, but we're going to ask it anyway. Why you think I'm going to talk to you? You can't even put two and two together. You even finished school? Maybe you should go enroll in cooking classes or something. Ooh, burn. Alright, she's had enough.
Could at least hide the suitcase.
Suitcase? Wonder what that's
Listen,
for.
Charlie, shut your trap and get ready to question the suspect.
Jeez, I wonder what that's going to be used for. Getting answers, no doubt. Come on. Get those answers.
I just want to...
You do understand, Gail, that this will soon be over. All of this. You understand that, right?
I know, Lily. I know.
I need to finish writing that letter to Captain Carter.
Yeah, the story, the acting, it's about as good as it was in the first game, sadly. Which is a shame, because it wasn't the story that made the first game fun, and that's all we've had so far. Oh, we're back to Mr. Nash. Hint, he's not Mr. Nash.
Hello, my name is Bogdan. Are you satisfied with your water supply system? I bet you're not. I am here to solve your problem.
Excuse me, what?
It's not so nice to run to the toilet outside in the cold, is it? Especially at our age. You go once, you go twice, and by then you've already frozen your butt off. And it's lucky it's the only thing you've frozen off. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about too, don't you?
Look, listen, this isn't my house. I'm just renting it.
All the better. So the homeowner will pay for everything, while you will enjoy the new toilet in warmth and comfort.
Are you selling toilets? You sell toilets at night?
Don't be silly. We'll replace your whole water system. A new toilet in the house is, well, it's the cherry on the cake. You're right. I'm here a little after hours. Well, you see, our farm is just taking its first steps in this business, so I can only visit my customers after I'm done with my day job. But a toilet inside your house is doubly good at night, right?
Got to agree with him on this one.
You
Still,
understand your needs, sir. I
probably
myself
should turn around and
run
leave.
the toilet outside for 20 years, every night. But when I finally got a toilet inside my house,
Please, go. Just go. I want you to leave.
I know what you're thinking. You think that in such a small house there's simply no room for a toilet. But I assure you, if you just allow me to come in for a moment...
Leave right now. I'm asking you to leave.
I just want to save both of us some time, that's all. I know that you'll change your mind. The next time you need to go in the middle of the night, you'll remember me and think, damn, that guy was right. A toilet in the house is what every adult man needs. So, why don't
I've asked you to leave. You need to leave. Now. Leave.
All right. But I bet you won't last a week before you change your mind. I'm telling you right now, you won't last a week.
Yeah, I suppose this is still all tutorial, kind of getting you acquainted with the different controls and everything, the backstory, you know, all that kind of thing. It just, you know, it goes for a very long time. Looking forward to getting into more of the game. Yeah. I'm also half deaf from not being able to turn the volume down on this, but, you know, that comes with having ears and headphones and playing this game. I can't turn the volume down on. Alright, so he's a little unhinged. That's clear. He's been through a bit, we'll say. You'll find out why. He just happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, just to, you know, add to the whole thing. Oh, we get to do some stuff here now. I remember this. I don't mean drink. Alright. Pen to paper. family. A good-looking bunch, I'm assuming. I can't really see their faces. Alright, dear family. I'd give anything to be sitting with you on the porch of our old house, smoking a cigar, talking and passing the day. I know you have a lot of questions for me. A lot of unpleasant questions. It's not hard to hear them in my head, but it won't be so easy to find the right answer. I'm gonna try to give you the right answer right now. Is it true what they're saying about you? My only crime was wanting to take care of myself and my family. I'm just sorry it took me that long. My crime was I trusted the wrong people. I was used and then thrown in the trash. Yeah, we want to help the family. Yep. That sounds like a good enough reason. Why did you flee from FREEBURG? It's not that I ran away, I just needed time to regroup so I could go back and clear my name. Sometimes retreat is the only way to get to victory. I ran because I didn't want to be killed in prison. I know so much about every influential scoundrel in the city that they would never let me live to see my day in court. That sounds more like the truth. This guy was a cop at one point, so yeah, he'd never survive in prison. Why did Mum really leave? That's really weird to see Mum spelt that way. By the way, Americans, you. Anyway, because she decided she wanted to do some stuff with some 30-year-old insurance agent, and I hope he gave her exactly what she wanted. Yeah, I'm going to tell my son that. Is that who I'm talking to right now? Sally, your oh, no, it's Sally. My granddaughter, I guess. Your grandmother once told me that I'm too old, that I don't have any energy, and that's why Laura left. I didn't really understand what she meant at the time, but now it seems to me she hit the nail on the head. Might go with that option. Seems better for Sally. Did you have an affair on the side too? I wouldn't say that. For one thing, your mother had already left, and it's strange to call a relationship between two people an affair if they only talked on the phone and never met. Yeah. It was your mother who had the affair. Everything that happened to me later was just an amusement. We're gonna play nice and not blame mother. Why did you get in bed with the Mafia? Well, why not? I didn't go to them. They left me no choice. When they threatened to hang your children's heads from a chandelier, you'll do exactly what they ask of you. No hesitations, no questions. That's somewhat true. I got in with them because the Mafia can't be defeated, only controlled, and looking at how well I controlled crime in FREEBURG, I'd say I managed things pretty well. We're going to stick with the we're very nice and do nice things, sort of, kind of, just for our kids, yeah? Did you kill people? Every day. Oh, I've never killed anyone. I've many vices, but I'm no killer. I didn't kill anyone with my own two hands, but I gave orders that led to some deaths. Sometimes these were bad people, sometimes not so much. It's up to you whether you think that makes me a killer. I see, so he was in control of other people that had to do jobs that got them killed, but he didn't actually tell them to go die? Yeah? No, I just didn't kill anyone. How is your health? I feel good, despite parting with your mother, fleeing from the feds and surviving 2 comas. One thing I know for sure, I won't survive a third. That's pills brought on, yeah. I'm not complaining, but I'm lonely. I'm afraid I'm not going to make any new friends here. Either way, new friends at my age don't lead anywhere, except another funeral. No, I'm doing alright, but I'm going to try and kill myself. Okay, probably not the best thing to send to your kid or grandkid, I don't know at this point. No idea. Why don't you just retire? I catch criminals. That's all I know. It's all I'm good at. I didn't retire because I loved my job, and I wasn't too old to keep doing it. Well, because I had nothing else to do. All I had left was an empty house and a dirty barn. What was I going to do? Farming? All my tools rusted a long time ago. After a week of retirement like that, I would have put a bullet in my head. Forehead. Again, Americans. Forehead? Yeah? We say forehead. Anyway, let's keep going. Farming would probably do my head in too. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid I'll be caught, locked in a cage, put on display like a circus freak, and the only power I'll have left is to bash my skull on the bars of my cell. That's something to be afraid of, yeah. I'm afraid that I won't have a chance to clear my name, or even explain myself before the law, before FREEBURG, and most importantly, before you. You deserve an explanation, the most. That's why I'm writing this letter. There you go. That sounds like the right thing to say to your kid. What are you planning to do next? I've changed a lot, though predictability is still not among my vices. I know I have to do something. The only question is how far I'll go to do. How far I'll have to go. I can't tell you. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that even I don't know what I'll have to do. What I'll have to decide 10 seconds from now. There you go. We're gonna... Predictability. Yep, okay. We'll go with that one. And we're going to mail that off and expect... Actually, it does seem to be that we're in the 80s, maybe the 90s, with all that banter previously and the tapestry and the, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh.
We could hardly shut the guy up. He wasn't so tough. I didn't even get to the Phase 3. Phase 3 is where
We don't have a lot of time. They're moving their headquarters, but we should be able to nab most of them if we hurry. It's north of here, the old summer camp. But they never keep the goods at their headquarters. They always use a different place, usually an isolated house on the outskirts. Most of the time these places have random tenants who don't even suspect that there's anything hidden under their floorboards. That way, the drugs can never be linked back to the neckties or the neckties to the drugs. You remember that little tavern called FREEBURG? We went drinking there after graduation and broke that big mirror. Mr. Blaine's converted it into a house, and now he rents it out for almost nothing. 2 weeks ago, an old man moved in, and under his floorboards, there's 27 kilograms of heroin.
I'm starting to think that guy is leading us around by the nose. I bet there's 4 or 5 armed guards in the house. But you said it's a small place, right? Well, I bet there's 2 at least. I don't believe they just left the stuff under some old man's floorboards. Even if there is an old man living there, I bet he's in on it. Hey, maybe old man is just a nickname. What do you think? I bet he's a right cutthroat, hunkered down there, ready to ambush us. Maybe he already...
Well, you and Corey, go check it out. Take 2 cars in case it's not just an old man living in the house. Whoever you find there, bring them in. And don't forget about the heroin. Rest of you will come with me to storm their headquarters. Sound good to you, Lily?
So Gale's more a sheriff than the sheriff, I guess. Charlie's also a bit of a douchebag, and we get to see a map. Yay, and things to do. Alright, calls coming over here, and they show up over here, and they're things that you get to go and do. We're still kind of in the tutorial, and we're well over half an hour, so yay. We have to get up professional... Our professional... what would you call it? Level? Has to be at a certain point before we can go on different missions. This particular one requires 600. Coincidentally, Fletcher is 350 and his offside, is it Charlie? Maybe? And his offsider is 250, which comes to 600. Who would have thought? So that makes 600 we can send. Neckties are hiding a large batch of heroin in a house on the outskirts. That's obviously the way it's going to work, but in the first game, I haven't really gone too far beyond here in this one, in the second game. In the first game, yeah, you'd have to send certain levels of professionalism or other different skill sets to different things, to different jobs. And, yeah, the higher it was, or the more it had in one particular area, the better the job would go. Anyway. The neckties are hiding a large batch of heroin in a house on the outskirts. Currently, that house is being rented by some old man. He's probably working with the ties and watching the goods. You know what? We're going to do this one. We're going to very slowly drive over there. Whilst I watch the clock slowly click up. I guess the first episode's going to be a little bit longer than I would have liked. We still haven't really got into much. More cutscenes, but we do get to do a little bit in the house at least. Eventually we do get to do a lot more. It does happen, trust me. Okay, Mr. Nash is drinking. I guess trying to kill yourself probably does make you want to drink. Wow, stop knocking on the door so loud. Nash is running from bad people and good people.
Sharpwood Sheriff's Department. No. Look at this.
Charlie's the one without the hat, I guess.
Oh, well, just look, Corey. You couldn't find anyone better to watch the goods? Oh, they just didn't bother. Or are we missing something? What do you think, Corey? Think we're missing something? Huh? Is there some kind of special meaning to the fact that we've got drunk, dirty grandpa here, sitting in the shack watching the goods? Maybe we need to crack the code here, huh?
Well, any ideas where they hid the powder?
How about you look around while I... while I interrogate the suspect, huh?
Yeah, I really don't care much for Charlie.
You. What's your name, old man? Boy. What did you say, old man? You need to answer nice and clear when a police officer speaks to you.
My name is Nash. Warren Nash.
I'll tell you something, Warren Nash. 15 years on the force. I've seen all sorts of dirty shits. This town isn't exactly upscale, in case you haven't noticed. I've caught thieves, caught rapists, murderers, and drug traffickers. All part of the job, you know? I'm doing my job. Nice and easy, like a professional. But here you are. This filth. You don't make it easy to be easy. Filth like you drives me up the wall. With scum like you, I just can't keep up the cold-blooded professional attitude. I just can't. You know why, Warren? Because... Oh, I'm sorry, Warren. I'll be just a second, all right?
Shit, Charlie, what the hell? Do you want...
Corey, just look for the fucking drugs while I'm busy with the fucking suspect, okay? So, Warren, filthy things like you drive me nuts. Because you think that we'll never catch up with you. You think the police can't do anything. You think we just rescue cats from trees and help old ladies carry their bags up to the porch. You believe, you really believe that we'll never get to you. So you don't even have to try. You taking good care of the goods here, Warren? You ready for us here, Warren? Just waiting in ambush, Warren? Because you thought we'd never come. But here I am, Warren. Here I am. What are you gonna do now, Warren? What's the big plan, Warren?
Hey, I think I found something.
You hear that, Warren? He found something. Next time, hide it better.
Don't much care for Charlie. He's not a very nice person at all.
So, this looks like 27 keys of heroin to you?
I would say there's somewhere between 26 and 28 keys.
Well, that sounds like 27, right?
Yep. Yep, looks like 27. So what are we thinking here? You load it up in the car and I'll pack up the old man. Any of this other junk we might need.
Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be it for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you want to see more, if you want to see the rest of the story and get into the actual action, it does start eventually, then just leave a message down below. Leave a note, a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have the game and you've played it and how long I've got to play through all these cutscenes before I get into the game, the real game. Anyway, either way, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I will see you next episode. Bye bye.